So guys, we cracked the code. The impossible is possible. Okay? So, women want leverage. Okay? So we're gonna discuss and talk about leverage. What leverage is? Why do they want leverage? And why do we experience it? And we don't even fucking know why we are experiencing it. Yeah? So, women want leverage. Look at the drawing I made. I did my best. I hope you guys are happy. Okay? Okay. So, leverage. Leverage is basically a power play in the dynamic you are having in the dating market with a female. It's either in a relationship or it is in dating them. So, leverage goes two ways. It goes to the fucking gutter, okay? Both ways. So the most people, they're always asking like, why does a girl test me? And why is she shit testing me and all these things, right? And then when you fail for a test, then her mood goes down and eventually she will leave you or she will cheat. It's all because of leverage. So, what is the point of leverage? First of all, the point of leverage is that the female got the leverage in the dynamic is to make you weak. Making you weak is bad. Why do females do that? Because in reality, they're narcissistic. Okay, now we move on. What do females want? They want to see if we are the strongest man. That's why they want leverage. They want to see if we lose frame. Losing frame is bad. Why? Because they are narcissistic. They don't give a fuck about us. They only give a fuck if they can get the strongest male. That's why we also know what the fuck hypergamy is, right? Why hypergamy exists. Okay? This leverage taking from the dynamic, from the power play, it starts small. It is bad for us. If you lose the leverage, yeah, and you're in a relationship with a female, you will get less sex. She will get less desire. When man has all the leverage, the opposite will happen. You will get all the sex you want. You will get all the loyalty, and she will be very feminine. Okay? So, we're gonna move on. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Leverage, this is the second way, yeah? So this, we got down, now we're gonna go right way. So leverage is basically control. What is control? Making you move like a little puppet. They are your puppet master and they are moving you. I know it sounds hard, I know it sounds like a little bit evil, but this is what they do. Okay, this is what females do, because females are very competitive and they like to show their girlfriends that they got a man under her, and that man is providing everything for her, so she can be lazy and can watch TikTok all day and like maybe go to work and do her normal life. But females in reality just want to be lazy and watch TikTok and buy cat stuff and do bullshit and like gossip. That's what they like, yeah? And you like that. I also like that. Like I like females, not the whole thing around, yeah? So, when they take control, they take over your emotions, yes? When they take over your emotions, they have emotional control. Yeah? And when they get emotional control, they are your puppet master. So, why do they do this? you need to understand, females are like they're not men. They're not as strong as us. They're not as fast as us. They're not like, you understand what I'm saying, right? But that's why they're psychologically better than us. Because they are very good manipulators. But why are they doing it? Because they need validation. They need attention. Females also need safety. They also need certainty. They also need resources. And they also need to know that you do what the fuck they want. Because that is for them, that's stable. That is stable. Yes? But that's not what they want in reality. Because if you become all this and you lose the leverage, you lose the women, you lose the female. They want to feel safe. Okay? You need to understand that feeling safe is very important. If you can make a female feel safe and you don't lose the leverage, she will be madly in love, like till forever. That's reality. I've seen it with girls. I've done it with girls. I know. And it's all backwards. Oh. Yeah, so it's all backwards. So basically, they want to feel safe. The moment they feel safe, give me a sec. Yeah, okay. The moment they feel safe and you still got the leverage, you always keep the girl. Doesn't matter how you do it, the girl will stay. If you don't lose the leverage. Okay, how don't you lose the leverage? Okay, listen good, guys. Oh wait, before we go to that part, you need to understand. They're looking for the baddest man out there. She looks for a monster that she can turn into her own little teddy bear. But when you become her teddy bear, then she will leave. Because she always wants you to be a monster. So, with uncertainty, you don't lose leverage. If she's certain about you, everything, you are losing leverage. If you are failing tests, you are losing leverage. Yeah? And when you fail a lot of tests, hypergamy will come in, she will not feel safe, and then she will cheat or end the relationship. Don't hate it, that's their nature. They're looking for the biggest and strongest G out there. Yeah? So if your female is gone, it's because of you were not the strongest one out there. If you broke up with her and bullshit like that, you're the strongest. If she broke up with you and bullshit like that, you're not the strongest. If she pulled back, most of the time they don't even pull back, they're just testing in a pullback, right? You think they're pulling back, they're not. Most of the time they're just testing you, they want to see okay, do I got the leverage? Do I have the power in the power dynamic? And then when you get a pullback, you can choose two things to do. You can either not react, you get it? Or you can react and the relationship will end. If you don't want the female, always in a pullback, react so her nature will go against you. So you don't have to deal with the bullshit and then she's gone. Okay? She's gone. Make sure you understand this because leverage in a relationship is very important. Yeah? So, why do we want to control or frame? Because if we control or frame, yes, we stay strong. Yeah? If we control or frame, listen, if we control or frame, we are still strong. If we don't control or frame, we're not strong. So, frame is important. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me look. Yeah, a little bit. frame is important, yeah? Why is the frame important? Because frame makes sure we males are strong. We can do what the fuck we need to do. And we males, what do we need to do? We need to hunt. We need to hunt for resources. Hunt to become one of the best. Because females are hypergamous. So they have hypergamy, okay? I don't write the whole fucking thing. So always know, if you don't want to lose leverage in the fucking relationship, yeah? Make sure you are becoming better, stronger, and wiser, always. Because hypergamy doesn't sleep. How more you're available to her, she knows she can call you every fucking moment of the day, and you always come, you're losing leverage. Yeah, because you're not hunting. You're not becoming better. You cannot hang every fucking day with a female. You can if you're in a long time relationship, but you will lose leverage. You will lose a lot of things. Don't lose the fucking leverage in the fucking relationship, because leverage is control, and we as men, we need to keep control. Okay? And control is not you take control over them. Yeah? No, fuck them. That's not the good thing. You need to take control over yourself. If you take control over yourself, over your own emotions, over your own way of understanding how life works and becoming better, that's how you outplay the leverage. Yeah? If you're gonna do what the fucking female wants, you lose. So don't do what the women want. Don't listen to their words. Like, you need to always, in leverage place, in place of control, yeah? You always just give cold truths. What are cold truths? White lies. So if she says, I want you to love me, you to love me more, baby, you'll say, yes, baby, I love you more. Don't worry about it, baby. Blah, blah, blah. All the shit. And what will you do? You will focus on self. Because what does she want to do? She wants to make you weak. She wants to make you weak. Because what is she chasing? She's chasing control. Control over you. Understand this, man. Females want control. They want leverage. They want leverage. And if you don't understand that, you're gonna lose the game. You're gonna lose the game, and you're not gonna understand why it's happening. That's why I always say, and this is what I always say, all these other guys, they don't ever say this shit. That's why I always say, do the reps and get your heart broken. Because how more time this happens, and how more times this cycle happens, yeah, and this cycle happens, how more you will understand that this is the truth. And I am only here to give you guys truth. Okay? It's very important. Let me get my coffee. Yeah. So, if we basically understand that, like, I'm not gonna lie, females are good people, huh? Like, they're very good people and shit. But you need to understand, they're fucking manipulators. And if you don't understand their nature, and you have never trained yourself on any girl, because then you lose the game. And you need to train yourself on girls. You cannot, like, be, when you meet a nice girl, like a nice girl with, like, big boobs and that and all this shit, and it's like your type, you're not gonna sacrifice the bitch. You need to sacrifice the bitch, because if you don't sacrifice the bitch for heartbreak, yeah, you cannot evolve, and a better bitch or a better woman will not come. And we always want the best. You understand? And how can you get better women? By experience heartbreak. What will happen if you experience heartbreak? You will find your own weakness, your own weaknesses, and that's what you want. You want to find your own weakness. Where are you lacking? What are you not seeing? And then you can see how important it is to understand leverage, control, and all that shit. Because if you don't understand leverage, yeah, like leverage in a power dynamic, brother, you're lost. That's why you're going down for 2 years about one girl, because you're not accepting the heartbreak. You're moping like a woman. You cannot mope. Yeah, you can mope a little bit in the heartbreak. Like, don't give a fuck about that. Don't give a fuck to show your dignity to zero and your self-respect to zero. That doesn't matter. That's good. Because how deeper you go in the heartbreak, and I know this is like against everything, I know it, how lower you go in the heartbreak, yeah, look, how lower you go in the heartbreak, and you are a man, you are strong, you have this power, how bigger your catalyst will be. So, say for example, you were here, and everything got down because of the heartbreak, then you will go higher. Because you need to understand how life works. Life doesn't work up, that's bullshit. Life works in cycles. The light and the dark. So you will have good times and bad times. But when the bad times comes, because bad times will not come a lot of times, you need to optimize these bad times to work on self. Work on yourself. And the best way to do that is in a heartbreak. And then you will enter the new level. And here on the new level, the girls are way better than the girls you met here. Okay? So, and this is what most people don't want to teach you. Because if most people are gonna teach you this shit, yes, what they're not gonna do, because they didn't even find this shit out, yeah, you will not evolve. And we want you to evolve, because we want you to win. Because if you don't win, why are you fucking watching me? I want you to win, and I'm giving you the raw truth. I'm giving you the truth of go in, go find the heartbreak, go and go. Don't be weak. Like, listen, eventually I will show you the way how you never experience a heartbreak. Yes, I will show you guys, for the guys who are not that strong and don't want to become the best version of themselves. I will have different videos for you guys, how to do everything on the checklist, so you will pass every test and you will not experience heartbreak. I will do that. But that's not the point of this fucking video. This point of this video is leverage. And it's all about control and all about understanding how psychologically you gonna become better. And becoming better, we chase heartbreak because we want heartbreak. Because in heartbreak is the fire, in heartbreak is the evolution, and in the evolution is the better life, and in the better life are the better girls. So never fucking say to me that you don't want it. You want it. And if we become better, yeah, if we as men become better, then our life becomes better. when our life becomes better, everything around us becomes better. So the female in the leverage thing, if they win the leverage, it's a win. It's a win. Why? It's a W. Why? Because you got experience. Okay? Eventually, if you're a veteran, you will get better. Okay? Say for example, you really like this girl. And you really like this girl. And she doesn't win. She will not win. Now, you see, it works. It works. And she will stay till you lose. Most of the time, when you lose is when you love her more than she loves you. So, you love more than her, she has won the game. She has won the game. When she knows you cannot replace her, I will write RP, she knows she has won the game. When she knows he can replace me, seconds, better girls, you have won the game. So, important that we understand this thing. And I want to make sure that every one of you becomes better. And I want every one of you not being weak anymore and being like, oh, heartbreak is not good. Heartbreak is the best thing, whatever happened. Heartbreak is the best thing, whatever can happen to men. Okay? The only problem with heartbreak, people don't like the pain. The pain is wonderful. The pain is amazing. The only thing, what's the problem with it is it takes time. Time to heal. Like, listen. If you really like the girl and you've been a couple years with her, bro, you're gonna like 1-2 years, you're gonna be down. This is the honest truth. So guys, as I already said, time heals. So, when you can get in a heartbreak, get in it to evolve. Because when you evolve, the fire will ignite. When the fire ignites, your life will get better. You will make more money, you will get better girls, and you will have a better life. So don't be afraid. Sacrifice the girl if you know you can get better. And there's always better. Enjoy, subscribe, pow, pow, pow.